Everybody, today we are celebrating baby, and with a very special and unique way to personalize your baby's nursery is our unique Orly Shani, who has also been crowned Miss Home and Family America.
I don't want to rub it in or anything. It's not that big of a deal, but it's legit.
Yeah, it is.
It's legit. It stands for something.
We all voted here. We all voted, and you have won.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is, today we're making, and I love this
Yeah.
because the baby pictures are adorable.
Isn't it so sweet?
just,
Yeah. This is really wonderful. So I got the original idea because there's this beautiful art that's available on a lot of handmade sites where the actual paper is hand painted, and then a little moment of it, like it was palm trees, and then just the little trees were embroidered. And it's used as art. This functions as the frame, and it's hung just like that, and it's really pretty, and it's got texture. And I just realized, you know, one of the materials that we use a lot here is fabric paper, and it's such a wonderful product because there's so many ways that we can customize things we otherwise could not. So in this particular situation, because this is fabric paper, and the one you guys actually want to make sure to get are the sew-in ones. It needs to have an inkjet printer. So if you don't have an inkjet printer, then you're going to want to drop this off at, you know, a Walmart or a Kinko's to have it printed. And you want the sew-in kind because that doesn't have that iron-on transfer on the back, which could give you like a thick film, which you do not need.
Okay.
So you need that. You also need embroidery floss, which is all of these here. I bought like a small packet, and this whole sucker came, which is more colors I could ever need.
Right.
And then you want to get your embroidery hoop. Now, I bought these, a packet of 4. It was this, along with these 3 on Amazon. So you can get them in different. It came in a thing of different sizes, and that's really all that you need to get started.
Okay, so what's the difference between embroidery floss and just regular thread?
All right, well, if you look right here, do you see all those different little strings? Embroidery floss is basically like 8 times thread. Like literally.
Oh, it's all wrapped together.
Like that would be one singular thread, and it's wrapped together. I mean, could you imagine how long it would take if you tried to embroider with that?
It's like when you take, like you're in prison and you take all the sheets and you tie them together.
It's exactly like in prison.
Just like in prison.
It's just like in prison.
We have no idea.
Yeah. So the process of doing this is very easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your photo. Now, obviously, a photo like this of a baby photo, if you're going to do that, try to look at somewhere where there's a natural place to embroider. This was a great one because I could have done the white embroidery in the blanket, or I could have followed this pink line down here, or the bow. So that's something to consider in your photo. Another is, I did this with Connor last night. I think we have like a little video, but Connor and I were coloring pictures last night, and we were coloring this picture.
This
so
is Rocky.
that's
Rocky
you're drawing? So
Who's Rocky?
There, he's Rocky.
That's him! Rocky the squirrel's in the palm trees.
This is Rocky.
Yeah, that's
Blake,
Rocky.
like, get out of my way,
Man,
dude.
that's pretty cute.
Oh, there was
And what's this, the blue sky? I love it. Hey, Blakey. Hi.
Yes, can I help you?
Oh my gosh, she's
so
adorable.
I'm gonna peel off that backing, but this is that drawing that we did, and I thought that's sweet. And this is another.
And it's not sticky on the back.
No,
so
it's
look,
fabric.
that's fabric.
It's real fabric.
So now what you do is these 2 embroidery hoops, they just pop out. You can loosen this right here if you need to. Sometimes you don't need to, but that's a screw, tighten and loose. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place, I'll go this way for you. I'm gonna place my photo in the center, and you can see, kind of because it's see-through here, you can see where it's centered. And now you want to stretch this over. And this part might take a second to do, but you just kind of want to pop it, just like that. And if you want, you can turn it and sort of push from this side, and you'll see when it's done right.
It's like a drum.
Yeah, and that's how you know it's done right.
Perfect.
So now I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna tighten this just a little bit to make sure that it's really nice and tight and it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so here is our main thing. Now, you want to pick your spot. So I thought it would look cool to do the checkers that are on the palm tree. So I've taken brown thread. I'm going to start right down here at this very bottom part.
All right.
And I just want you to see, when you're coming through, push your thread. Can you see that little line?
So that
you can see.
Oh, yeah.
So that you want to know where you're coming. So come through, you can see, and now push through.
Look at that. Okay.
Now I come through, and you're just going to start embroidering.
How far apart do you put it? Like,
How far apart do you put what?
Yeah, when you go back through, you would just like the stitch.
It depends on the space. If you're doing something that's curved, you need to do a lot of them because you're going to want to make sure. I'm trying to see right there. You want to make sure that you can create a curve. When you're doing something straight, then you can go big, huge chunks at a time if you
Right.
want. Like I could do in between each one of these
Oh, sure.
as one because it's a straight line. And basically that's all you're gonna do, in and out, until you've created whatever that design is that you want. And
so cute.
it's really sweet. And
It
even
almost
this,
gives it like a three-dimensional feel.
absolutely. And I think that that's something that's really cool.
Let
Is
me
like,
ask you,
yeah.
Let me ask you, what if the picture is not big enough for
A big hoop.
The hoop.
big hoop.
Okay, so this is what I did on this one is I cut 2 additional pieces of fabric paper and I cut them and added them to give myself space. It doesn't look as perfect and clean, so I would look for the smaller ones, but that
Yeah.
is an option.
How much?
This cost about $10 for all 4.
Oh, that's
For all 4. Versus about
What a great little
105. We saw them for 35
And you could
each.
sew this onto something else or not.
It's fabric paper. You could put this on. Yeah, you could sew it.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
For